CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie Daggett joins us now to help understand how this unfolded. Charlie, you're at the Pentagon. What are we learning?
Yeah, well, Errol, you hit the nail on the head when you said every time you come into D.C., you see what kind of activity there is. It's routine to see military choppers going up and down the Potomac right around Reagan National Airport. So as soon as that happened, we were checking with military sources. As soon as we heard it was a helicopter, we just naturally assumed that the military would have been involved. Military officials tell us that it was an Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. We've reported that before out of Fort Belvoir, Virginia, taking part in a training flight. The Fort Belvoir is about 17 miles south of Reagan. The Black Hawk belonged to B Company, 12th Aviation Battalion. Officials confirmed, as we've reported already, 3 soldiers on board. None of them were senior officials. The new Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, said on X that an investigation was launched immediately. The Army and the Defense Department are cooperating. This is being led by the NTSB. He also called the incident absolutely tragic. As you know, these helicopters are often used to transport military personnel, some cases VIP and other duties around the Washington area. And I say that because as part of their training, they would learn how to travel and how to fly and get around in congested airspace and learn the flight patterns near the airport. So a law enforcement source close to the investigation has told us that investigators will examine pilot experience in that D.C. airspace. And those are the questions that we're asking here. We're being told, look, let's wait for the NTSB. They are driving the investigation, and the DOD and the Army are doing everything they can to cooperate.
And as we wait for an official report and an official remarks from government sources, I'm wondering what you make of the details that we do know. One thing our senior transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve mentioned moments ago was that on his recent military chopper flights ahead of the inauguration, he witnessed as they had to lower in altitude to, I think, less than 200 feet when getting near DCA. And we heard at the press conference that while this was a training mission, as it's been described, soldiers on board are experienced, they are skilled. So
yes.
What do you make of that? And can you help us understand in layman's terms what it means that they were on a training mission? What is and is that not?
Well, Errol, in layman's terms, almost everything is a training mission. I think the reason they're saying it was a training mission is because it wasn't necessarily transporting personnel from one place to another. They weren't on an operational mission, so it's a training mission. Again, not unique. If anything, it's routine to see Black Hawk helicopters up and down the Potomac. I just moved here about 6 months ago, and I'm just blown away by the amount of traffic around Reagan National Airport and how low the planes come in right over the Pentagon as they land. So that is a congested airspace. But of course, in a manner of speaking, they do have their lanes. I think what will have to be determined, and this is way out of my pay grade, is whether they were operating within that envelope. We know that it's tight. Chris Van Cleve knows that it's tight. You can see it for yourself. We have to determine what went wrong, or they have to determine what went wrong. And I've been listening to one of the press conferences this morning, and they said, look, the flight path of the helicopter was routine. The flight paths were not unusual in the D.C. area, either for the incoming aircraft or for the chopper. But clearly something went wrong, and that's what they'll have to determine here. In terms of experience, the Army would argue that the pilots and that crew would not have been flying in that area if they lacked the experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is let's not necessarily confuse a training mission with sort of newcomers or individuals that weren't capable of flying within that airspace.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted you to drill down on. We are getting some early information that the NTSB, which we've discussed is leading this investigation, may deliver their first press conference to the public at about 2 p.m. this afternoon. This incident happening approximately 12 hours ago from this moment. Charlie, what is the physical posturing around the airport? We know it's closed to incoming, outgoing traffic until at least 11 a.m. That may get pushed back. What more can you tell us?
Okay, well, so as soon as this happened last night, in addition to contacting our sources here at the Pentagon, I'm only about 15 minutes away from the airport, so I made a beeline for the airport to the Potomac. Obviously, all the roads leading to the airport were closed off, and you may have seen some of our coverage at Tony DeCopel on the other side of the Potomac. That was as close as we could get. It was a clear night, very cold. In fact, the Potomac had been frozen over for a number of weeks leading up to this, and there was still ice there. It gives you an idea of how cold it is and was. Then, while we were there, it seemed that the helicopters, specifically the helicopters, were broadening their search area. And I think that's what Tony was referring to earlier, the reason that they were moved off that area, because, you know, it's probably a mile or two across. And what I saw, and you could see this, in the darkness of night, there seemed to be three very distinct debris fields. One in particular to the right from where I was looking, which is furthest away from the airport, where there's a lot of emergency vehicles there. Again, divers, there's a lot of illumination to help with the search. At one point, by the way, last night, they asked us to turn off our lights because it was getting in the way of their night vision and their searches. So if anything, that area of debris that they had been searching has been widened across the river and including the marina, which is where most of the television crews had set up.
And we did hear during the press conference a short time ago that the fuselage is in 3 distinct sections there. It has now moved on to a recovery mission. Charlie D'Agata giving us the latest from the Pentagon. Charlie, we will surely continue to connect with you throughout the day. Thank you very much.